you kidding me?
I got 3 words for y'all.
Yes, sir.
Turn me.
I got 3 more for you.
Three more.
Bobby fucking
Let's go.
What a
Welcome
win.
into the PHNX Sun
What
Devil
a
Show.
win.
Brought to you by the DraftKings Sportsbook app, America's top-rated sportsbook app.
You know
Don't
what
forget to
we
leave a
doing,
like,
Joe.
drop a comment, subscribe, even leave a 5-star review wherever you get your podcast. I'm Anthony Totri, joined as always by Shawn DePaz, Shane Diefenbach, and it is time to meet us
Hold up.
on Mill.
Do that again. Someone was really quiet during that intro.
Yeah. Yep.
Which part would you like again?
Shane was quiet.
Shane was quiet.
He didn't say the thing.
Here we go. It is time to meet us on Mill on your favorite PHNX Sun Devil show. I'm Anthony Totri,
Yeah, you
joined
are.
as always in our bad birdie attire.
Yeah, we
by
are.
Shane Diefenbach.
Yeah, I am.
Sean DePaz.
Yeah, he is.
Like I said before, it is time to meet us. Bodies. What? Because
Creighton. We just took bodies.
the Sun Devils just beat Creighton in Vegas 73-71, and it was a hell of a game. We've got a lot to get to. Des Cambridge had himself a night. Warren Washington came through. Austin Nunez, and plenty of Bobby Hurley reaction.
Anybody hungry? Anybody want a snack?
I could use one.
This W looking real tasty right now. Looking.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
On audio, that probably sounds
Yum.
crazy.
Yum, yum,
Eating the
yum.
W.
Oh, my goodness. We got a lot to get to, boys, but a gutsy thriller tonight.
Can you rank ASU now?
Oh, yeah, they're ranked
Please?
now. They're
Rank
ranked
them,
now.
baby.
Please?
Give us a number.
They're ranked now. You have to. You absolutely have to rank this team.
We do need to say
Gotta
none
beat
of this
San
matters
Diego.
if they don't beat San Diego.
Yes.
Because this is still an Arizona State athletic team. But yeah,
10-1.
assuming they get the job done, you got to give them a number.
10-1. The one loss came in overtime. Obviously, Texas Southern is
Terrible loss, but
what they are. But other than that, and you said it mid-game,
Pretty
right?
sure I strained
you
my
said
forearm.
it second half. We've seen this team fight and win a lot of basketball
Yes,
games
yeah.
in different ways.
Not like this,
right?
though.
They've won the back and forth. They've won the games where they shot the lights out of the gym. They've won the games where they played phenomenal
where
defense.
they had to come back.
Yeah, they played the game. That was my main point. Is they played the games where they have sucked in the first half, turned it on in the second half. This is the first time where they were doing well in the first half.
Yeah,
and
this,
then-
is the first time that they were the aggressor, then got punched in the mouth,
and
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 they
they
responded.
sucked it up.
Yeah,
Yes.
because that was my big concern. I was afraid that they were going to get hit in the mouth. And it was like, oh, okay, and this is how they're just getting the reverse done on them with what they normally do.
There were
They
so
turned it around.
there were so many times in that second half
my throat.
where teams of the past at ASU would have put their head down and said those weren't fouls. This is sorry. Like I feel bad for myself, and just kind of gone away. This team was in. Creighton was in the double bonus with like 14 minutes to go in the second half.
Yeah.
And they played without fouling. And that's when I knew this team is trouble. Like, we've been known that this team is trouble, but this one I knew this team is trouble.
Trouble.
Well, we saw what happened, and I want to get into Cambridge a little bit later. But what he did tonight is something that we have not seen from him yet this season.
Yeah, efficiency.
And tonight it came when they needed it most, right? ASU down at one point by a good chunk. And like you mentioned, they were in foul trouble. Offensively, they couldn't get anything going. And it felt like at that point that the game was starting to slip away. Des Cambridge hits a big three, right? Ensuing possession, hits another just absolutely ridiculous corner three on the
Fade away.
move. Like, at that moment, you're like, okay, this is his game. He's taking over.
Or Desmond Cambridge. Desmond Cambridge. That's how
But
he shall be known.
We every game, it feels like we've seen some player step up, right? We thought
is
it was
a
going to be
problem.
the DJ Horn game.
It
At
was.
first, it was a DJ Horn half.
And Des Cambridge decided that, nah, DJ, you can take the second half off. I got this.
Yeah, I mean, I pointed out during the game, I do have a problem with the fact that there is no consistent offense on this team. Like every game, it's like I wonder who it's going to be this time. It wasn't Frankie, that's for damn sure. But I'm not going to sit here and complain. Like I'm going to take it if someone is going to show up every game. At least someone's showing up every game. Like I don't really care how it gets done.
So
W's W.
I was very critical of Frankie during that talk.
Yeah.
I mean, he was 1 for 12,
Deservedly so.
Especially down the stretch.
2 for 5 from the free throw line, pretty bad down the stretch.
Just trying to force shit.
Forcing it, yeah.
Yeah.
But what he does is the things you don't realize until you look at the box score.
Hey, anybody down for
Okay, stop that. What you don't realize it until you look at the box score. He only had 2 turnovers. I mean, some of those shots were almost as bad as turnovers. But what he lacked in the scoring department, he made up for in rebounds and assists. 6 assists, 5 rebounds from your starting point guard is solid against a Creighton team that is pretty strong in the paint, even without their 7-footer.
Yeah, he's a stat stuffer, and that's we've talked about his game and how some nights he has to be the guy to go for 20. Right? Going into this game, he led the team in games where he finished as the top scorer, which is not something that we'd expected. But there are another handful of games where, like tonight, where he does have an off shooting night, but he plays the role of the facilitator. And that's nice to have a guy that can do both.
Yeah, I think that's the thing that I like about this team the most is that as much as as easy as it is, and it is a legitimate complaint to complain about the lack of consistent offense, it's not like when guys aren't producing scoring wise that they just completely disappear from the game.
Yeah.
Like obviously the defense is there regardless of what's happening on the offensive end, and it has been in literally every game they've played. But like Frankie, if he's not going to score, he's going to find other ways to contribute. Even if he is making some bad decisions at points, he's going to find other ways to contribute. And I mean, everyone contributed. Everyone who touched the floor scored points, which is saying something because one of those people is Alonzo Gaffney.
Not Duke Brennan.
Yeah, you absolutely.
But
did he touch the floor?
To see it.
Yeah, he had 5 minutes.
Why is he on the ESPN box score? Interesting.
Crazy. I do want to get to Nick's comment in the chat real quick. Do the boys think ASU has a shot? Also, do Creighton's coaches have bugs in their head? Last question is for Anthony to bug me.
Let's answer the second question first. Do they have bugs in their head?
I mean, cannot confirm or deny. It's Schrodinger's bug.
Yeah.
Until you open up the head, you don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a shot. This defense allows them to have a shot against anyone in the country. And if they're shooting as well as they shot tonight, if they're shooting over 40% from 3, from just over 40%, they're going to win. I think they can beat anybody in the country.
They're going to have trouble with the front court.
Yeah. Umar is going to be a problem.
I think they might have the best front court in the entire NCAA, if I'm being quite honest. I mean,
U of A, yeah.
Tubelis and Ballo are just on another level right now.
Ballo is what concerns me. So he's 260 pounds.
But this is the thing: is they've been good at denying the ball to the paint. Yes. You might get killed on the glass, but we've seen improvement again, guys. They won the offensive rebounding battle tonight, 12-10.
Yeah,
yeah.
I think the craziest stat to me, and we'll get to the numbers here in a second, but just looking at the box score, right? We're going to get into the rebounds, and you mentioned the offensive boards. They did out rebound Creighton tonight, but 20 of their 42 rebounds came from Warren Washington and Desmond Cambridge. Like, that is ridiculous. That almost half their rebounds tonight came from just 2 guys. And, like, again, Dev didn't have the greatest scoring night tonight.
But he didn't try to.
No.
He shot 4 times?
In reality, he didn't need to.
No.
It was Dez's show, and everybody else was just kind of living.
Yeah. This is, man, I know we compare this team to last year's team a lot. Understandably so. Like there's so much depth on this team. Obviously, another thing we talk about. But like last year, if there was about 2 guys that if they weren't producing offensively, it's like, oh, this is going to be a problem. Yeah. Like if DJ and Marion, like that was a whole thing last year. Can we get 2 guards to show up, please? Can we get 2 guards to show up? And it almost never happened. This year, there's 5 guys I think that can be that guy,
and they're not guards.
And they're not
guards. They don't
guards.
have to be guards.
No,
they don't have to be. Yeah.
How many different times over the last 5 years where you're looking at an ASU team and you're like, okay, they just need this. They just need this. Yeah. Or they lose a close game like this and you're like, guess what? You know what? Creighton's a good team.
Yeah,
Creighton's a tournament team.
Yeah.
But you're on the opposite side of that this season, right? The Michigan game. I think teams in the past lose that game and ASU fans are like, you know what? Michigan, that was a really good team, right? That's a good loss.
Yeah.
Fuck good losses. Let's get a good win.
Well, yeah, because the problem is it wouldn't have just been a good loss. Or there would have been also some bad losses. Yeah. They would have lost that Colorado game. Like
a hot offensive start to start the season against a Michigan team like that gives this team so much confidence.
Yeah.
You know how much swagger they probably had walking out of that tournament? Like we just shot the shit out of the ball against a top 25 team, and they didn't come close.
Yeah.
That's how they carry themselves. Des Cambridge doesn't give a fuck if that's a bad shot. He's shooting the ball, and he's joked about it with Bobby. Bobby has a leash on him, but it ain't long. Or it ain't short.
I mean, that's the thing I respect about Bobby and this team. I mean, I bring it up a lot about a certain, compared to another basketball program that shall not be named. Like there's a lot of coaches who will not give guys the freedom to do what they do offensively. There's a lot of guys a lot of coaches that will not let Frankie keep doing what he's doing. A lot of guys that won't let Austin Nunez see the floor after he keeps on making dumb freshman decisions, which again, a problem I have, but We're being positive. But Bobby lets his guys play, and I think.
And Des doesn't do that tonight unless Bobby coaches
exactly.
like that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
100%.
Exactly.
Let's get into the numbers of tonight's game again. The only one we really care about is that 73-71 in favor of the Devils. But if you'd like to see the rest of the numbers, pretty much 42% from the field for Arizona State to 32% for Creighton, 45% from behind the arc, which is ridiculous. 37% for Creighton. The rebounding battle in favor of the Sun Devils, 42-34, and then the free throw discrepancy it felt like Creighton got more than 19 attempts.
Yeah,
but ASU got a ton.
So that's the number that really stuck out to me, is that free throw thing, because I thought it was going to be a lot worse, and like it probably should have been if this team wasn't so goddamn good. Like there was a part for like the first part of the second half where they kept on making dumb fouls and stuff like that, and I'm like, oh, this is going to get ugly. Like I joked, I thought this show was going to start at 10 because of how many, like, they were in the bonus early, and then they locked down. They started playing good defense without fouling.
You want to hear another thing? ASU at one point, I brought it up when we were watching the show. They were 1 for 10 from the free throw line.
Yeah,
they made their last 8.
Yeah.
Talk about resiliency.
That's another great point. And didn't Warren hit 2 at one point? Like that's saying something. It wasn't just guards hitting those. Yeah, that's a great win. ASU does not lose a game this year where they shoot over 40% from 3. I don't think it will happen. I don't think you'll see it.
Yeah, and as Spicy Boy Radio says, it's our incredible name. Frankie needs to be a better shooter for us to peak. The missing piece. He hasn't really had a complete game yet. He's had parts where he shoots okay and he dishes well, or he doesn't shoot at all, and he has like 11 assists. But we haven't seen that.
Yeah, that's
Frankie game.
That's the thing. We need him to be a better shooter and a better scorer for this team to hit its peak. But even without it, they're still a really good basketball team. And so that's encouraging that there's still so much room for growth, I think, with this team. And yeah, I mean, they're going to need to be better when it comes to conference play. Like this doesn't beat Arizona. This performance doesn't beat Arizona. No. So like, you're going to have to play better. You got to put together 2 good halves of basketball. But if they can do that, they're beating anybody in the country.
Is 37% from 3 the highest an opponent has shot from 3 this year against ASU? I think it is.
I think it might be.
If not, it's one of them. Yeah, because they're averaging, I believe, 26 or maybe even worse than that. No, it's like 22 because they're the 7th best team in the country against 3-point.
It's got to be pretty close. While you check on that, Bobby Hurley Sun Devils are handing out dubs, and Four Peaks is handing out beer this holiday season.
Yeah, they are.
Four Peaks still has limited supplies of their December Advent calendar box for $55. You guys can enjoy specialty beers, tall boys, and more. Purchase at their 8th Street Pub in Tempe. Guys, for $55, you get a lot of cool stuff. And look, while you are drinking this holiday season, cheers to you on that. Also, cheers to you on any money you guys are going to be making on the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Download the app now and sign up with code PHNX. Place a $5 pregame money line bet on any NBA team to win their game and get $150 in free bets if they do. That's code PHNX only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for more details. I did sprinkle a little bit on ASU money line, so thank you, Bobby Hurley, for the dub.
Oh my God, I forgot I won money.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, hell yeah. Let's go. I always do that. I parlayed the Patriots with ASU money line. Looking good. By the way, I was looking at by the numbers before you get to your read. I was looking at by the numbers. Scrolled past the Eastern Michigan by the numbers. But SMU also shot 37% from 3 in that game.
Who did?
SMU.
37 exactly?
37.2.
They shot 37.5 tonight.
So yeah, this was the best.
Must have been.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's absolutely crazy. Let's get to the bottle service of tonight. Look, I think in the first half, we thought it was going to be... Okay.
Oh, no, the state owns
the
state. Yeah.
Hell yeah. If you didn't hear, Saul says that Arizona owns the state of Nebraska.
The state of Arizona.
If you're from Nebraska, just apologies in advance.
Dude, add them to the list.
For that.
Imagine losing to ASU and having to go back to Omaha. And there's not even a World Series going on.
Michael Aaron Luke says hashtag back the A.
Back the ASU.
I'm not even putting that on the screen.
Honestly, ban him.
You know, I
could literally ban him, but I won't.
I respect Tina so much. I just want to shout her out because she's in here back in the A, do or die. Even though you know who the best team in the state is.
There you go.
You know who it is. I'm not going to say who it is, but you know who it is.
Bottle service, baby. Des Cambridge, easy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it was really a question. Des Cambridge tonight, unconscious at points, just absolutely out of his mind with some of the shot selection. Not only not only did he hit some big threes, but his mid-range was on point tonight. We talk so much about how good, at least I've been praising, and I'm like, Totri, I promise he can do this.
Yeah, no, you're right.
I was giving you a lot of grief on it too.
About getting to his spot and hitting his mid-range jumpers, because the man can get a bucket when you need it, and we finally saw it tonight. He had a great game against Michigan. A lot of that came from beyond the arc. This game, 5 of 7 from 3 is great, but those 2 mid-range shots that came up clutch down the stretch, and he was awesome.
He is this team's big shot Bob, I think. Like, he's hit some of the biggest shots for this team so far this season.
A game winner.
Yep.
2
big threes.
Huge shots tonight.
Yep.
And shots to swing the game against Michigan.
And that is the kind of player you did not have last year.
In ASU's 3 biggest wins of the year, I'd say Colorado, Michigan, and now Creighton. He showed up. He's had 18 plus in each of those games.
So he's the linchpin.
19 plus, right?
I think so.
He had 20 in both Michigan and Colorado.
He shows up big.
Sounds about right.
Dude.
He shows up big. He shows up big. And look, yes, he does go missing at points in games, right? But the nice thing, and to your guys' point, the nice thing that this team has that they haven't had for literally years since that guard U team is they've got enough guys to be able to put together and string together wins.
He's also got his literal brother to pick him up.
Yeah, and I we've talked about that. I don't think that it sounds like a joke. I don't think I think that actually adds something.
Oh, so team. Much.
Yeah.
I had a question for y'all and I forgot it. Gosh darn it. Oh. Do you is there obviously the offense could look better, and we talk about guys not being consistent, but do you think there is any guys just moving over to allow room for other guys to produce? Not so much that it's just kind of random who is not. I don't know how to explain this.
Not tonight, because DJ was 0 for 6 in the second half.
True.
That's
that
crazy. Nick in the chat, I don't believe a word Anthony says. Not sure why. That's crazy. I don't know what to tell you, bro.
I'm going to repeat everything that you say.
What did I say that you don't believe?
Totri is an extremely trustworthy human being.
What did I say, though, that
I know
you
I
didn't
shit on
believe?
Totri a lot.
That's crazy coming out of your mouth.
I don't think he's saying anything specific. I think he's literally just saying,
I
have no idea why. I just don't believe anything he says. You could be like that. The light's green and the light turns green, and he's like, no, it's not.
You're lying to me.
Yeah.
Okay, well, look, I'm not lying when I say that Bad Birdie might be the reason that we won this game.
Oh, yeah.
We called it. We said
I don't think
this was going to be a Bad Birdie game.
2 for 2? That is... That's crazy.
That's crazy, man. For everybody on audio, Nick out here in the chat is just roasting me, pretty much.
He just says you have an untrustworthy face. That's insane.
I mean, do I?
Oh, and then Tina's backing it up. That's crazy.
Damn,
wow.
Tina.
This is crazy.
Look, it is what it is. We told you guys. Thank you. I appreciate you. I said all you guys had to do was wear Bad Birdie. I don't know if you guys did it at home, but we did it. And it came in clutch. For the second time that all 3 of us wear Bad Birdie, the Sun Devils are 2-0, guys. Join us the next time that we ride the Bad Birdie train. Use code PHNX Bad Birdie 15 for 15% off your next order at badbirdiegolf.com.
I was worried because Shane potentially messed with the mojo.
He did.
And he changed the Bad Birdie shirt. I mean, because we got a few, because obviously we're going to stock the closet full. He wore a different one. Totri and I were in the same ones that we wore last game. Didn't mess it up. So now we know it's just Bad Birdie. It doesn't matter.
I will also never not wear this hat on a big game, though.
But the next time we wear this is U of A.
Yeah, it has to be. You don't want to wear it for San Diego?
Stop it.
Maybe San Francisco?
Hey, I'm going to bring it. At this point, I'm just going to bring this with me at all times. And in the case that we need it at halftime, I'm going to put it on. It's like my Superman.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
We also, should we tell the chat about the Rally Goldfish?
Oh, we still
forgot about
the Rally Goldfish.
It's in your car, right?
Where did we find that and when was it?
It was at some point during last year.
Rally
it was at the Airbnb. Yes.
Oh, the dolphin.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because we got a dolphin and a goldfish.
So
That's right.
Two goldfish combined, fused in a bag, and it looks like a dolphin. And we called it the Rally Dolphin, the Rally Goldfish.
They were fused? I thought it just had one of the whales had come in.
No, they were fused and they looked like a dolphin. Oh. And so I kept it. It is in a shot glass in my car. Break glass in case of emergency.
That is crazy that he still has that.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm a superstitious
guy.
So
wait, when are we pulling it out?
You know when we're pulling it out.
I will know when I need to pull it out.
Fair enough. When they're down 3 with 30 seconds left in the national championship. Yeah.
We might use that before that.
I have to acknowledge something that said in the chat. LTC said that Vegas has been good to Bobby. Do you remember the last time he was in Vegas?
Well, not the Pac-12 tournament. In these games.
Okay. I'm just saying, the last time he was in Vegas, it didn't go very well.
Yeah.
Well, it did go very well for like 85% of it.
We've talked about Dez. I want to talk about Warren because
Hey,
uppies.
this is like Warren doesn't do a whole lot in terms of scoring, right?
Yeah,
I thought you were just going to end sentence.
No,
Warren doesn't do a whole lot.
He's not Ballo, right? He's not a guy that's going to give you 20 and 10 a night, but he's a guy that is going to give you the most on every single possession, right? I never look at Warren Washington play and I'm like, I need somebody else. I need Gaffney in there. Like Warren is going to give
solid.
you 100% every single night. And at 7 feet, Bobby has never had a guy that size that is going to give him not only that level of effort, but that much talent.
But it all gets wiped away when obviously one, he has 10 rebounds.
Yeah.
But two, he hits the biggest shot of his career at ASU in that and one turnaround hook shot that then hits the free throw after that to go up 3. That is massive.
And I mean, just having a guy like that is the only reason you actually have a chance against a team like U of A. Because like obviously, like we said, Umar Ballo is 260 pounds. Like he's bigger, but he's the same height as Warren Washington. Like Warren is going to actually give you the ability to kind of defend the rim in a way that they did not have last year. That's again another reason why this defense is so good and why they have a chance against almost anybody in the country.
People in the chat talking about the quality of this win right now. We'll talk about that later, I think, when we talk about rankings.
Right now, it's a Q1 win.
Right now, it's a Q1 win. Plus, obviously, their 7-footer, their best player, leading scorer, wasn't playing tonight. Kalkbrenner, but like you can only control things you can control. I mean, there are some players that really stepped up tonight.
I hate that. I hate the argument of like, oh, they're missing their best player.
Yeah.
Look, that is sports.
You know what you do? You know what you did though? You held Nemhard to 1 of 9 shooting. That's all you need to say.
Yeah, and
Nemhard is a really good player.
Yes.
Yeah, and Tina said a win's a win. Like this is. I know people are going to talk about the fact that they've lost 4 straight and they're not ranked. Like
5 straight now, Bob. 5 straight.
But look at who they lost to.
Yeah, but you can also argue like you almost wanted them to come in hot, so they did. Like they needed this win.
Yeah,
I always say
I was a little worried.
If it's a toss-up, the DraftKings Sportsbook had them as 3-point dogs tonight. ASU 3-point dogs. If it's a toss-up, you always go with the more desperate team, especially on a neutral court. This game felt like a toss-up with Kalkbrenner out.
Yeah.
You go with Creighton. I mean, they won this game despite them being so desperate, Creighton being so desperate. And you know what they can do now? They can rattle off 10 wins in a row and make this win look even better.
And I mean, again, this is a team that lost to Arizona by 2 points and number 2 Texas by 5 points. Like they're competing with some of the best teams in the country. And again, obviously they didn't have their best player, but this is a good team that Arizona State beat, regardless of the circumstance.
Yeah, because at the end of the season, no one at the end of the season is like, guess what, guys? Remember that win in December?
Yeah. It's
where
like, you won the
beat
national championship, but they didn't have the best player.
Also, I would just like to point out that ASU has 10 wins now. They are now 4 away from tying the amount of wins they had last season, and we haven't even hit conference play yet.
Metal.
Like, this team is built different. Like, I don't know what to tell you. If you haven't bought into this team yet, then you're clearly watching a different game.
Yep.
This is a different Bobby Hurley team, and he knows it. He knows what this team is capable of, and Des Cambridge is going to get all the love tonight. Warren Washington is going to get all the love tonight. But guys like Jemiah Neal showed up big. We've already talked about Frankie didn't have a great scoring night, but he stuffed the stat sheet. DJ Half was ginormous in the first half of this game, right?
That should be his name now, DJ Half.
DJ Half?
Oh, you did say DJ Half.
Did I?
It went right over my head, too.
DJ Halfhorn.
No.
Duke Brennan, he had solid minutes tonight. Austin Nunez, again, there were freshman mistakes out there, but he still had 10 points, didn't miss from behind the arc tonight. Like, this team is good, man. Like, people need to stop shitting on this team.
Yeah, I'm really glad that this team is good enough to give Austin
Did you say Nunez
again?
Again?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
I
I'm
said
a Nunez
Nunez
person
I said Nunez.
usually, but I said Nunez just now. I'm glad that this team is good enough to allow Nunez to get these minutes because he has played very bad basketball the last few games. Tonight was different. He scored 10 points, but like he makes a lot of freshman mistakes.
Defense, it's frustrating,
Like,
but
fouls before they cross half court. That can't happen.
Frankie came out after probably one of the worst 4-minute runs I've ever seen. And Nunez came in and played some really good minutes down the stretch, even for only 2 minutes. He was great, and those were huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. One part of this game that was super, super sweet, along with the 2-point victory, is the fact that we got to do it in our lovely More Furniture recliners, as we always get to do. It was beautiful, not to mention we had Cardinals football going on. I know you had Your Syracuse soccer national
Yeah,
championship
Syracuse
going
soccer
on.
national
Beautiful.
champions, and the men's basketball team beat Monmouth
Hey.
barely, but they did.
And we got to do it from the comfort of those More Furniture chairs,
Those
guys.
more furniture recliners are so comfortable.
They're beautiful. Absolutely
I was
beautiful.
sitting in a rolling chair for More Furniture, pretty comfortable too. Just saying.
Look, guys, the holiday clearance event is happening at More Furniture, and you guys can save up to 50% off. You guys can save almost as
said
much as
15?
ASU.
15?
50. Almost as much as ASU shot from behind the arc tonight. 50% off. Check it out. Morefurniture.com. That's the place to go, guys.
I know we're about to talk about aftertaste, but can I tell the people about Burrito Express?
You
Speaking
can.
of taste,
100%.
Burrito Express. If you haven't gone yet, WID.
WID.
I mean, we see again. I think we might be trailblazers a little bit. I see a lot more tweets about Burrito Express now.
What is going on? What is going on?
Hey, man. This is how I read that. This is exactly how I read that. Hey, man. Never talk about Syracuse soccer.
Yeah.
Never do that again.
No,
serious.
it's more like, hey man, never talk about Syracuse soccer. Okay, never do that again.
It's got a
please.
question mark. The inflection goes
Hey
up at the
man,
end.
never talk about Syracuse soccer.
But we'll talk about some Burrito Express because
Yes.
Burrito Express is the best place to get your burritos in the Valley.
Yeah.
Breakfast burritos,
Oh, so good.
even your Supremes for lunch.
I'm gonna need you to.
Nah, it's a sexual experience.
When's the
I'm
next
not
time we're getting Burrito Express, guys?
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm gonna be real honest with you.
You got some without us?
I had some today.
That's crazy.
That's
That's crazy.
I had some today. I'm super sorry, but I'm also not that sorry because it was.
That's crazy. Because the funny thing is I owe y'all Burrito
shit,
Express.
He does.
But you could have got me paid for your Burrito Express today. And
Yeah,
you
but
just-
it's.
not
I mean, I
statute
got
limitations.
it. I'm gonna,
Sounds everyone with Gary saying that steak and egg smacks. Or
Hey,
is
how
it
do we-
slaps? It's both.
Can we get some?
Gary.
How you feel about
Ooh,
tomorrow?
I need
How you
to
feel
try
about
the
tomorrow?
steak and egg.
Tomorrow?
We gotta record an
We gotta-
audio show tomorrow. So like,
Oh, early?
Oh, yeah. Yep, Shawn? Can
You
you?
pick them up on the way out? 'Cause I don't have a car right now.
Oh, yeah. Shit, that's right.
I'm gonna just drop off my car. I'm gonna pick you up and you drive my car to Burrito Express. I'll sit in the passenger.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Regardless, guys, go get your burritos. They got a bunch of locations around here. And it's just the best food. And it makes you, it's not like a lot of other breakfast burritos that slow you down.
Nah,
make you
it's
feel
not
a little
greasy.
sleepy.
Nah.
Like
Bacon's nice and crispy.
yeah. Des Cambridge could eat 3 of them and drop 45.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
This is an interesting question from Joey. Bobby Pac-12 Coach of the Year. If this team continues like this,
If they win the Pac-12 tournament.
See, I don't even think
it
they
takes
have
that
to.
much.
I don't even think it takes
Think
that
about
much
that.
either.
Like based on what they did last year, if this team splits with UCLA and Arizona somehow, and then otherwise they like have a very strong, and they're the third seed in the conference, I think that's Coach of the Year material.
I think if this team gets the top 4 bye,
Yeah.
right, in the Pac-12 tournament, and they win a game or two, they don't even have to go to the championship, in my opinion, the Pac-12 championship. If they get that bye and they're able to win a game, right,
Yeah.
and get into the tournament, I think that is definitely worthy of Pac-12 Coach of the Year. However, I don't think you get Pac-12 Coach of the Year without beating U of A at least once.
Yeah, I agree. I think so too. I think it takes a split with UCLA and U. And U of
Tommy
A.
Lloyd's so good at his job, guys.
Yeah, but the problem with that though is that once you become so good, people stop giving you credit. Like,
Not
Yeah.
really in college basketball.
Yeah, but like how many years in the NFL, for example? How
But
many
this
years?
isn't the NFL.
I know it's not.
Okay.
But to your point, how many years genuinely are you like, yeah, Bill Belichick is one Coach of the Year?
yeah, because I think coach is the one position in college basketball where that kind of happens because they're there. They're there past 4 years. I just think it's an interesting conversation. Like, I think if it continues like this,
Joe brings up a good point. Utah. I
Yeah.
mean, goddamn.
so that's kind of what I was thinking
I think
too.
that's even more impressive than what ASU's doing right now. If they continue,
Yeah, I mean, we have to see. It's been 2 conference
They beat
games.
U of A.
But
Like-
yeah, that is. I mean, that is.
They
the
didn't
most
just beat
impressive
U of
thing.
A.
Yeah.
They beat the shit out of U of A.
They did.
Credit
Oof.
to the Utes on that.
Imagine having a loss in conference. Right
So Trevor McCary says, I hate those lapses where they stand around and everyone goes one-on-one. Yeah, I hit them too, but they're a lot
I
less
hate
than
them.
they were
They're
last
than they were
year.
last year, and they're still winning games.
And their one-on-one players
And-
are better.
Yeah, and Des Cambridge can get a bucket.
He can get a bucket. And I mean, I know we don't like it, and it's ugly a lot of times, but Frankie can get to the basket. He doesn't finish a lot, but he can
So-
get to the basket.
This is the thing I was thinking about in the game. He loves contact, and especially with bigs. But bigs, I don't know if it's a difference in the Pac-12 or it's just how college basketball is. Bigs are smarter now.
Yeah.
And they go straight up on him. They know what he wants to do. He's also out of control all the time. If he just takes that extra second to jumps and hop step or something, and then kick or give a little up
If he
fake,
goes to the basket with the intent of scoring and not trying to draw a foul,
yeah. But I think he thinks he can score like that every time, and which is great. He has come. But again, guys, he hasn't He doesn't have as much experience as everyone thinks.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Everyone expects it. Oh, can we talk about Lou for a second too?
Yeah,
Lou had some big
Lou.
minutes too.
New number Lou.
You know what's crazy? He played 4 minutes.
That's crazy.
And you noticed him.
And 4 points.
Oh yeah, that is really
And he was
important.
wearing number 30.
New number
he did.
Lou.
His age, it feels like.
He looks like
We just got done with the
Joe. What are we doing?
You're speaking my
Joe
language,
said Marion
Joe.
instead of Frankie would really make this team go.
Stop it. I don't think it would.
Maybe if we got Toledo Marion, not Marion that doesn't know how to score.
What about UCLA Marion?
Yeah.
Syracuse Marion?
If you got that every
He
game,
had 20 points against Cuse last year.
let's get an aftertaste. Why don't we? Coming off the Burrito Express, Shane, I'm gonna start with you. What was dumped into your burrito hole this evening?
Ooh.
Yeah, call it my burrito hole. That's what it is. It's my burrito hole. That's what it's there for. God gave me 2 feet for walking and 1 hole for eating burritos.
Sean,
Well, I guess
Sean,
2.
go
There's a
first.
process.
Go first.
There's a process.
you know what I'm saying? It's a breakfast. Yeah, Jacob just got it behind him, Matt. Yeah. I never said Syracuse.
Yeah, you did. You talked about Marion and Syracuse last year.
Oh, well, it's just because that's who they played. He scored 20 points.
Here this
against
guy
them.
goes on.
Syracuse last year?
What? Yeah, in the battle for Atlantis or whatever it was. That one of that early season
I love
tournaments,
you,
yeah.
Nick. I'm gonna need you back here. I'm gonna need
It's
you
a
back
fact.
to these shows.
It's not like the soccer thing.
I can't tell if Nick is an actual ASU fan.
I don't
or
know,
if
but
he's
I
just
love it. I
here.
love
I'm
the
here
energy.
for it.
I love
I'm
the
here
energy.
for it. Yeah.
What'd you say it was?
It tasted like a breakfast with Creighton. Man, it tasted pretty good. Because there was parts of this were bad, and that's not fair to Burrito Express. It tasted kind of like when you microwave something, but it's not like the microwave's not quite powerful enough, so you get it and you have a couple of bites and it's good, and
gotta
then you
put
get
it
to the
back
middle and it's cold, and you're like, ah, shit, this is terrible, and that's like the worst moment of your life.
you gotta put it back
But then you
in.
put it back in,
Yep.
and then it warms up, and it tastes perfect.
Mine's similar. Mine is like an Oreo milkshake where it has way too much like. If you're at an Oreo milkshake from Jack in the Box,
I know
and it's
exactly
too
where you're
thick,
going.
and
Yeah. And the Oreo
the
gets
first
stuck
like
in the first
like 10 slurps are fantastic, and then you get to the where it's super thick, and you start going, and then like
You can't be making that noise in
You
your
made
burrito
that
hole.
noise, but now you went.
like you
wanted the microphone.
I wanted people to hear that, and you get to that part, and you're like, "Oh shit, this sucks," and then you just wait a little bit, and then it softens up a little bit, and then you're no longer.
I'm gonna make a slight amendment to that.
Okay.
It's like when you start drinking a milkshake and there's an Oreo stuck in it, you're like, fuck, this is gonna be one of those super thick milkshakes that's super hard to drink. And then the Oreo pops out and you're like, oh, it was just an Oreo. We're good. And it's a really good milkshake.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
man.
Oh.
Nick in the chat, I was looking at burrito holes.
We never mentioned burrito holes before this show. What are you doing,
Yeah,
bro?
how'd you get
What are
to
you
that?
doing?
The
How'd you
SEO
get
must be
here?
crazy in terms of burrito
What do you
holes.
mean by that?
I'm gonna go with a hot coffee.
Yeah, I like it. Nice hot tea.
It's one of those where you
I got a take for you.
you drink it right at the start and it burns your tongue. Right? That was ASU in the first half. Came out, shot well, got a little too excited, burned my tongue on it. Thought we were good to go. Second half,
And then the wait-
little choppy. Waited a little too long. And we hit the groove. We hit the groove where you
I'm
get that
back-
point in your coffee where it's
back
perfect
in the
temperature.
tempy
You're sipping it. It tastes amazing, and your morning is great. That's why it is a hot coffee.
So here's a hot take. Literally, coffee is served too hot. It is. Because it's literally undrinkable for the first 4 minutes you have it. Like, serve it at that perfect temperature.
I'm going to disagree with you because
I think part of the experience is that it's too
Burning
hot.
yourself?
No, don't burn yourself.
nothing is worse to me than when it gets cold. So, like, I need it to be hot. So, because
But do you actually drink it when it's that hot and it hurts?
No, but I like what I like is that it allows you, because like lately I've been having people pick me up for work because I don't have a car. Someone stole my catalytic converter, if you didn't hear.
No, they heard your car.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. I like being able to get it, and then I sit in the car and I don't drink because I don't like drinking hot stuff when I'm in a car. That's asking for trouble. And then you get to work and it's still warm. It's like the perfect temperature at that point. I like that it allows you some flexibility.
But
Otherwise, you got
but,
Iced
there-
coffee
but the
is good.
perfect temperature can just be served to you, so you don't
But
have
then
to
it
wait.
gets cold fast.
No, it doesn't.
Yes,
That's
it
the argument
does.
I've heard. But you're not drinking it when it's hot until it's at that perfect temperature. So what the fuck changes? It doesn't get colder faster.
But there's a range of perfect temperature.
I don't think there is.
No,
I
there
think
is definitely. It doesn't just go from hot to perfect.
It's gotta be. It's gotta be 98.3 degrees, 98.4 too hot, 98.2 too cold.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Too cold.
You like that delivery?
Oh my gosh, that was awesome. Let's get to the lyric of the game.
It's
Why
time
don't we?
for the lyric of the game. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Today's lyric of the game comes from Mr. Tory Lanez, the song Enchanted Waterfall off of one of his newest albums. Just an unbelievable album if you haven't heard it. The lyric goes, "This burning love, I ain't seen it before." I've never seen the passion that this team has to fight back from deficits that either they put themselves into or, a couple bad calls or maybe some unforced errors or forced errors. They just are so resilient. I've never seen the burning passion. We've seen passion from a Bobby Hurley team, but combined with the talent that this team has, it's so much. It just feels so different right now.
Yeah, in the past,
I know it's conference play or it's out of conference play. I know people want to say that so bad, but even the out of conference wins, like they just felt weird. These feel good.
Yeah, they feel really good.
First off, LTC, if we're drink your coffee black, why are we putting creamer in a coffee? What are we doing? Secondly, it feels like Bobby has been the root of the passion for a lot of these teams, just because he's Bobby. It seems like you could put us three out there as head coach, and they'd still be passionate.
When a movie character gets this all-powerful weapon, and that weapon being Bobby.
Yeah, and then he realized he never needed it.
But no, Bobby's passion is the weapon, but they don't know how to control it. They have passion. They play with emotion instead of passion. They don't know how to control this weapon of emotions that they have.
Yeah.
And
I love how passionate you are just moving
describing
your
it.
hand.
And this team has found a way to wield the
They
sword.
pulled it out of the stone. They are the once in future Pac-12 champions.
Sure. Not only the passion, but the resiliency that this team has, right? This is like you get punched in the face, right? And you brought it up. Creighton goes on a 16-0 run. You're down by 10, second half. You're not shooting the ball well. You're in foul trouble. What do? You get right the fuck back up and you punch them right back. Like, this team doesn't give up. This is a team that if I'm an opposing coach, I look my players in the eye and I'm like, look, we talk a lot about you got to play 2 20-minute halves till the final whistle blows. This truly is a team that you have to play until the final whistle blows, and if you don't, they're going to find a way to beat you.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter who is on the court. I trust any five that Bobby puts out there, I trust to have a good game.
BZE, big zombie energy from this team. You gotta step on their throat, take their head off.
Big Mike White energy.
And don't let him get going.
Murder the man.
Don't let him get going. Look, I don't even
twice.
think we saw this team, right? Dez had himself a night.
Yeah.
But there was not a point in this game like there has been in others where ASU goes on runs and they do fun dunks and their defense goes crazy with steals. Like, that they didn't do that this game.
Honestly, this feels like the kind of game that last year's, like a win from last year's team, where it's just kind of ugly. And it's just like, they found a way, but we're not going to expect this. But now it's like this is in the context of a lot of other good wins.
Spicy Boy Radio actually brings up a really good point. He's chilled out a little bit.
Yeah.
And maybe
he said that. He said that when he talked to us before the. But
I didn't think about. Yeah, but that was like a warranted tech. Like they needed to calm down. He knows when to get his techs usually. But that's something that you don't really think about with the passion. Like maybe it's not the players that couldn't control the passion. Maybe it's him.
Yeah.
Maybe he's finally finding that balance of like not letting the team get too out of control.
I was wondering where Nick was going with that when I read the first part of it.
Yeah. So was I. Listen, I'm sorry.
Shawn,
I got hair on my chest. I'm sorry. I'm a grown ass man and I drink black coffee.
For everybody on audio, Nick again coming in the chat, just throwing punches here. Shawn has a losing opinion.
I'm terrified for mine.
No creamer, you say. Get real.
Terrified for what?
He hasn't come at me yet.
Look, he hasn't come at you? That's crazy. Nick saying no creamer, you say. Get real. Okay? Look.
You know what
I
really want to do?
One question. Hey, Totri, what the fuck are we doing?
Hey, you want to know what I really want to do? I want to go watch this team play basketball.
Yeah?
Yep. On the Game Time app?
Duh. I mean, you can get tickets a lot of places, but if you want to get the cheapest, some people might want to spend more money than they have to for no real reason. Go off. That's your prerogative. But if you want to get the cheapest tickets, you do it at the Game Time app. Save up to 60% off on tickets when you buy tickets last minute. It's the best way to support us is by using the link in our description. You know how much tickets are for this next home game?
How much, Shawn? How much?
$3.
Wow. That's a great price. That's a really good price.
$3. $3. You can get tickets to see ASU basketball. And if you're at the arena, you can stay the hell away from us.
Hey, you know what else we're doing? Maybe you could stay away from us there. Maybe you have some time to calm down. It is cold outside. You can come to the tea party.
Yep.
You can come to the tea party. You can go to the tea party because the PHNX team is hosting its inaugural PHNX tea party over at Dobson Ranch Golf Course. We are running. Do we have that graphic, Jacob? We are renting out the entire driving range. Come hang with Big Drive Energy, the PHNX crew, and fellow diehards for a night of golf, food, drinks, contest, prizes, and more. PHNX Suns crew will be there hosting a watch party as well for the Suns and Timberwolves. 2 massive screens, 3-point shooting competition. If you're diehard, you get a discount, $36 for diehards, $45 per person. Plus, kids 10 and under play for free. They get a free youth clinic that comes with it. So click the link in the description to reserve your spot right now. And for our diehards, check out the Discord for your special link where you'll save over 20% off this awesome event. And if you're a diehard right now, drop a hashtag diehard in the chat, baby.
Yeah.
Shawn's back.
Yeah. Let's get to the Bobby board.
Bobby boy!
Bobby board! I know we got another.
Can we intro
great-
it like that every time?
Bobby, just yell. Bobby board! This is a new Bobby face. This is like
Whoa!
unlike
Yeah,
one
I
we've
told
ever
you it's
seen.
an all-time Bobby.
This is like a new angle.
What's he doing?
He's like, can you take away the graphic real quick, Jacob? Just take your time.
I was time coding. What do you want me to do?
That's what Bobby was doing.
Yeah.
In
That
that
looks like the Elmo meme with
The fire. Wait, can you get that whole picture? Can you get that whole picture and send it to me? I'm going to make that tonight.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, that is absolutely awesome. Let's pull up that graphic one more time just to take a look at what we've got cooking here before we hit conference play.
Hey, we're not going to get reverse bingoed.
Yeah.
No, it's literally
I was worried
impossible.
about it.
now.
I was looking at this graphic earlier and I was like, oh boy.
It is literally impossible now.
Because if there was a row, that was the row.
Yeah, unless you lose, what is that? 7 straight?
I swear.
8
Just
straight?
beat San Francisco and you don't got to worry about it.
Got some good stuff to look forward to here.
Hold on.
Or San Diego, you mean?
Quick maths. If they beat San Francisco, all they have to do is beat. No, never mind. What I was going to say was making sense. I was going to say they were going to block themselves from having a Connect 4, but they could just have it in 4 straight losses. That's not going to happen though.
So we got San Diego on Sunday, okay, in Tempe. ASU right now 5-0 at home. Then they've got San Francisco at San Francisco. That is next Wednesday. And then you got the big kahuna. You got Arizona coming into DFA December 31st.
That's not UCLA. You said the Big Kahuna, the team that owns this conference. What are you talking about? Isn't that right, Tina?
Oh, man. No, it's definitely like, again, I don't want to call them must-win games, but you don't want to lose these style of games. Like, this is,
You got to close San Diego and San Fran out.
Yeah.
You have to.
If you're Bobby, you got to get your team back level. It's a big win, a big win on the road, or I guess neutral site, whatever. But like, you have to center yourself before you get back home and play San Diego on Sunday, because you can't look past this team, right? There are definitely going to be a lot of people that have all their eyes on that December 31st matchup, ASU U of A. They're going to want ASU to be ranked before they even play San Diego, and you just can't have that. You can't look past San Diego. You can't look past San Fran to that ASU game. You got to literally take it one game at a time.
Yeah, but I mean, if I'm not worried about this team looking past them. I mean, you look at that Michigan game. Their next game after that was Grambling and Alcorn State.
Yeah.
Like, if there was a spot where they're going to fall off, it would have been there, and they didn't.
Nick, I would be more scared of San Diego State, but then I'll play them this year at San Diego.
Yeah,
Thank
just
God.
San Fran is 8-2.
Yes, no, San Francisco's no joke.
yeah.
I mean, they're not great, but they're not a joke by any means. San Diego, you should be able to beat.
Yeah, there have been people in the past that if they had said if Bobby Hurley got fired, that they want the San Fran coach to be the guy.
Hey, they lost a tough one against San Fran last year. I was at that game.
ESPN only gives them 63% chance to win.
Yeah, I was at that San Francisco game in Tempe. That was not a foul on the 3-pointer. It was not, and I'm so upset about it still. Should not have lost
Hey,
that
Tina,
game.
we can finally agree on something. I also hope we're ranked when we play U of A.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing that this
I
rivalry.
mean, you win Sunday, you're ranked.
Yeah,
It's literally that clear cut. You do not have an 11-1 team with wins over Creighton, Michigan, and VCU, and Stanford and Colorado.
Colorado.
And not have them in the top 25. You simply don't. And U of A, they've got themselves a big game this weekend too against Tennessee at home. So,
yeah.
Oh, good point by LTC. San Diego, discovered by the French.
Ooh, is that true?
I have no idea.
The French didn't go out that far west.
What?
It's
LTC
called San Diego. It's Spanish.
What are we saying, LTC?
I don't know what's going on anymore.
chat has lost its mind.
Oh, there we go.
There's
There it
yours.
is.
I don't know. Your hair's actually kind of looking good, though.
What are you talking about?
Hey, but Nick's been lying all night. He's been capping all night.
That's true.
But I was gonna say, that's what this rivalry has been missing is high stakes basketball, high stakes football. and we have the potential to get it. I mean, it's going to be relatively high stakes regardless, even if ASU doesn't have a number for some reason. But yeah,
an Anchorman reference. Missed that one. Right over our heads. Anything else tonight, boys? We've got. There you go. Okay. Anything else?
Sorry. This team is really good, and my final point that makes me so excited about this team is this feels like the most chemistry an ASU basketball team has had in the Bobby Hurley era. I'm gonna say it. Like those Shannon Evans and Trey Holder teams were really fun, but this team just feels so connected, and when things start going wrong, they all settle each other down.
Yeah.
I'm just laughing at the Baxter. When did you learn Spanish? Anchorman's a great movie.
I'm riding a furry tractor.
No, this team is different, and I'm gonna keep believing in this team until they prove me otherwise. Like I know
this team's so good that Shawn gets his lip all
that's how But I mean, I know U of A fans are gonna be here. Whatever, everyone's gonna doubt ASU. They're gonna keep doubting ASU.
Let it go.
Jeez, listen, this is different because now Shane's saying it with some proof. It's not like last year. He was like, I promise, guys, this team's good, and Martin's gonna figure it out eventually.
Hey,
it's not what. It's not. This is not last year. It's different.
They did for a second. They did for like 4 games in a row.
But I mean, for real. This team is different, and they've given you every reason to believe in them at this point. They've won every kind of game. They've won it with every kind of player.
They got to continue this into conference play because ASU fans have seen this story before. The thing is,
they're 2-0 in conference already. Like it's not like they haven't played any conference games. I'm just saying. They've given you reason to believe. If you're an ASU fan, hit the game time app. Go out to DFA and support them.
Yeah, they deserve it.
They deserve it.
They 100% deserve it. Pack the house on Sunday.
That's nothing. These guys seem like they care about the school too.
Yeah,
it's not guys just here to play basketball. They are here to play school. They are here. They're a part of the school. They are Sun Devils.
Spicy Boy Radio. I like you.
So do I.
Tina said, y'all are not good compared to U of A. And he goes, you aren't very good compared to Utah.
That's facts, though.
Hey, guys, hit us with a follow on Twitter at PHNX Sun Devils. You can follow me at Anthony_Tochi. You can follow Shane at Shane Deef. You can follow Shawn DePaz at Shawn_DePaz.
2-turn, drinking my coffee black, as always.
Yes, sir. We will see you guys on Wednesday.
That sounded like an ad lib. That went hard. 2-turn, drinking the coffee black.
Like always.
Water.
Audio show for you guys Tuesday.
Mama!
Tuesday!
You're going to want to listen because we got a lot to talk about in terms of ASU
Don't
football.
Miss it. Listen up.
Coach Mons,
Jason.
welcome to Arizona State.
Welcome. Tight ends coach.
And maybe some Ray Anderson conversation as well.
Right.
Is the seat is the seat cooler than it's ever been? We will answer that question tomorrow. Until then, though, guys, peace.
Bye.